Okay, so I'm going to talk about James Gurney's book, Imaginative Realism, because, it's a book and this is a book review. But I'll get to that in just 1 second. Two things first. One, the real-time video of me painting the hair from this portrait is available on my Patreon. I'm building my Patreon, which already has content up, and each tier unlocks different types of exclusive videos and content, including swatching, real-time drawing and painting, as well as drawing and painting tutorials. Number 2, I have also been working on my website, mkdrawdaily.com, including a class on color theory, which is going to be an immersive experience on learning watercolor. When this course comes out, I will be offering it at a huge discount for Pencil Kings members and Patreon supporters. So you want to get in on this early before the sale ends. The modules will be going up as they are created, and this is all coming soon. I will be announcing it as it happens, so keep watching, subscribe, and in the meantime, check out my Patreon. Check out the free content on my site so that you are up to date on everything, and links will be in the description. Now back to James Gurney's Imaginative Realism, because that was the book that I had near my desk when I sat down to write my script. It could be fun to be coy about this book, kind of make you think I'm on the fence and will only reveal how I feel about it at the end. Like I'm giving this book a fair chance, but I'm not. I am not giving this book a fair chance, and I'll tell you why. Or maybe I won't. Let's start with James Gurney, the creator of Dinotopia, and I honestly don't know what Dinotopia is. I think I heard of a TV show under the same name like 2 decades ago. I imagine it's like How to Train Your Dragon, but it was apparently an illustrated book series about what it would be like if people and dinos walked the earth together. This is just an assumption. I didn't look anything up, so, whatever. All right, cool. What does that mean for this book? This book packs a punch. Some of it relates back to his previous work, but if that's what you were known for, you would expect for him to cover this stuff for his fans, especially the ones who were inspired by his books and can't wait to get an inside look on how the master pulls it off. It talks about dinosaurs, creatures, aliens, architecture, vehicles, and all of this is good, great, whatever. So, how about I let the cat out of the bag? Is this a book I like? Or do I want to tear it up and light it on fire? Good question. Truth is, I love this book, and I am not going to be subtle about this. There is a lot in this book, and you can seriously go next level with all of the amazing insights, tips, and tricks, and you should know he has another book called Color and Light. Go get it. But Imaginative Realism, you should also get. What I want to talk about is the chapter on composition. I've read a lot of content on this subject, different books, classes, courses, YouTube videos, websites, which included professional content. But this book, it's on a whole new level. And that's not a joke. He touches on a lot of things I've read and heard before, but the way he talks about it, when I read this book, it was akin to a religious experience. And I'm not even religious. So of course I recommend this book to everybody I talk to. The way he describes these composition techniques, he takes plenty of classic techniques and then walks you through what they are and how to expertly apply them in your own work. Maybe I've heard people mention some of these techniques, but he breaks them down in such a way that kind of blows your mind. He gives specific names to all of these little tricks, making them much easier to break down and understand. I mean, we've all heard of work with just a black marker and white paper, but he explains why we do this. It's not your high school art class. They give you some white paper and say this is something you should do, so do it. But he doesn't approach it like that. He explains exactly why you should do this exercise and how to achieve it, which is something so many people pass over. It's like being a little kid. I mean, like an adult comes to you and they're like, do this. And you're like, why? And they say, because. And then you have to do what they say. And I mean, who can learn under those conditions? Instead, he makes it crystal clear. And by the end of the second page, you were pumped. And you were like, okay, let's do this. Like it's homecoming, you scored the winning touchdown, and your date is waiting for you underneath the bleachers. I quote him word for word, because why mess with perfection? So screw you, 8th grade English professor, you know my crappy essay sucks, and I am too small-minded to explain it well in my own words. Maybe I'm just letting out a little bit of teenage angst. 8th grade teacher, whoever you were, my essay sucked. But my mind graduated to new heights when I read about shape welding and then counter change and the windmill principle. The windmill principle blew my mind. And no, I'm not even going to talk about any of this. And you know why? Because you have to go buy this book. That's why. Buy this book. Yeah, I've heard of a few of these techniques, but he just clarifies them so well that I can't argue with it. Like I said, why mess with perfection? That's it for me. You can watch the last few minutes of my painting, or you can just go check out my other stuff on YouTube or Patreon or MK Draw Daily. The links are in the description. Thank you for taking the time to look at this video. If you liked the video and would like to see more, please comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. While you're at it, share this video with all of your artist friends.